In this video, let us continue from where we stopped in the previous lecture. So, ultrasonic pulse velocity test. So, we are going to send this pulse through the concrete and we will measure what is the time taken for that pulse to pass from one end to the other end. There is a generator and there is a receiver. So the pulse is going to travel from one to the other. Okay, so it consists of the pulse generator and pulse receiver, which is called as transducer. So pulses are created by this, and what happens is they are going to travel through the concrete, and we have an equipment that measures the time taken for the concrete for the pulse to pass through the concrete, and it gives as accurate as the time in microseconds. And you have to take care in handling the equipment because it takes very less time to travel from one place to one place through the concrete, because this pulse is going to travel at a speed of 3 to 4.8 kilometers per second. Okay, so as you can see in this figure, this is a concrete column or a concrete shear wall whose compressive strength is being measured by this equipment here. See, there is a receiver and there is a generator, and the time taken for that ultrasonic sound to pass through that will give us the strength of this particular concrete. The next method is resonant frequency method. So as you know, every material has its own resonant frequency, right? So even concrete has a resonant frequency, and what you are going to do is, when you hit the concrete with a hammer or something, or you make the concrete to vibrate, it is going to vibrate at a particular frequency. Okay, that particular frequency is unique to the concrete. Okay, concrete has its own frequency. When the properties of the concrete to concrete are different concretes material vibrate at different frequencies. So that helps us to differentiate a good concrete from a bad concrete, or a high strength concrete from a low strength concrete. Okay, we already know what would be the value of a good concrete. So we have a graph, and using that graph you can easily find out by using this dynamic elastic modulus. So what we are going to do is, we first try to vibrate the concrete member whose compressive strength is to be measured. So when you try to hit it with something like this, a hammer, the concrete specimen is going to vibrate, and through that frequency at which it is vibrating, you are going to calculate the dynamic elastic modulus E. Dynamic elastic modulus E. Now, by using this dynamic elastic modulus E, which you are seeing here, we are able to calculate the compressive strength of the concrete. So these are the dimensions of the specimen in case of square cross section or circular cross section, and this formula will help us to find out the dynamic elastic modulus from the frequency. N is the frequency, L is the specimen length or beam length, and rho is the density of the beam. So you know now, by measuring the frequency with which it is vibrating, the concrete is vibrating, you can find out what is the dynamic elastic modulus, and from that value you can calculate the compressive strength of the specimen from this graph. As you can see here, y-axis dynamic modulus of elasticity, and use that and you can find the strength of the concrete. Of course, as I told you earlier, As these are not non-destructive tests, you cannot fully depend for the accurate results. You cannot expect accurate result from these experiments. Okay, now let us see impact echo test. This impact echo test is actually used to find the internal cracks and surface flaws in the concrete. Of course, it does not give the strength of the concrete. It helps us to find out any flaws inside the concrete. Of course, this mechanism is even used in other metals also, not only in the concrete. So how does it work is simple. So for example, let us take, this is the crack which is present in the concrete. Okay, so what you do is you introduce sound, you send sound, you make this sound to travel through the concrete. So now you take some hammer and hit it. So what happens is, by hitting you are generating sound, and that sound is going to travel through the concrete as waves. But since there is a flaw here, what happens is these sound waves will try to reflect. Okay, so as you can see in this figure here, and here it is a receiver transducer which will help you by understanding what is the frequency of that reflected wave, and also what is the speed. Of course, you know what is the speed of the sound. So this formula will help you to find out what is the depth at which that crack is present in that metal body or concrete body. Okay, F is the frequency with which it is vibrating, which will be noted by the transducer or receiver, and C is the sound wave velocity or sound velocity simply, and D is the depth of stress wave reflected. ఎక్కడ రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవ్వడం స్టార్ట్ అయింది అంటే అక్కడ క్రాక్ ఉన్న దగ్గరే కదా. సో యూ కెన్ నో at what depth this crack is actually existing.